Hi, my name is Wan. I am a prompt engineer based in Singapore. In the previous sharing, I have compared between chat feature of Bing search engine and the latest model of ChatGPT, that is GPT-4. In this sharing, I would like to demonstrate one of the strengths of GPT-4, that is the power of reasoning. I'm going to use a sharing about forgiveness as an example. Let's get started. So here is the prompts I'm going to use in this sharing. And the example is about forgiveness. And here are a few prompts that I'm going to use. And I'm going to compare the response from ChatGPT between GPT-4 and the previous model, GPT-3.5. Let's get started. First, I would like to ask GPT to summarize the sharing. This is using the default one, GPT-3.5. And I'll copy the sharing about forgiveness. By the way, the URL for the prompts and the article about forgiveness will be shared in the description of this video. So I have submitted a prompt to summarize the sharing. And this is the one created by GPT 3.5. I'm going to change the title of the chat to GPT 3.5. And I will do the same for GPT-4. And here is the GPT-4, the strength is on reasoning. Okay, let's compare the version between GPT 3.5 with GPT-4. So let's look at GPT-5. The summary is the author, one is a coach based in Singapore, and in this episode of his series, we are part through this. He talked about his experience related to the forgiving himself. He believed that forgiving himself is about accepting who he is with his strengths and flaws. He shares how he used to assume he was defined by what he did or believed, but he has since realized that he is a discovery process and that there may be parts of himself that are unknown. By letting go of the concept of I and accepting himself, he has been able to forgive himself for past actions and inactions. He hopes this sharing He hopes that his sharing will give others ideas about forgiving himself. Let's look at GPT-4. It in the summary is similar to the summary produced by GPT 3.5, and the length of the summary is much shorter. Okay, seems like GPT can have a basic understanding of the topic forgiveness. Let's try another prompt. What is emotion in the sharing? And let's first try GPT 3.5. Oh, so it's very smart. It says that it did not mention inner sharing, does not mention any specific emotions, and it does touch about self-forgiveness and self-acceptance, which can be associated with emotions such as guilt, shame, regret, and self-doubt. Okay, let's see what is the response from GPT-4. Ah, response from GPT-4 is much shorter and much more precise. Okay, let's test the power of reasoning of GPT. What is the main reason for the authors to accept himself? So the main reason is he realized that he's not defined from what he does or what he believes, but rather a discovery process. And he acknowledged parts of himself are unknown and accepting himself about embracing his strengths and flaws. Let's try the same prompt for GPT-4. All right. Seems like the response from GPT-4 is similar to the response from GPT-3.5, even though the content is shorter. Let's test the reasoning power further. What does the author, why does the author accept part of him is unknown? Okay, and because he realized the self-discovery is a continuous process. Okay, this is given by GPT-3.5. But about GPT-4, and here is a little difference generated from GPT-4. In GPT-5, the main reason is the author realized self-discovery is a continuous process. And for ChatGPT-4, it's because the author realized personal growth and self-discovery are continuous process. And acknowledging unknown of himself, he can let go of the rigid concepts and limiting belief. Overall, the response from from the model GPT-4 is much more precise and concise. Thank you for your attention.